Hello, my name is Alani. I'm currently a student at Andrew P. Hill High School. I'm here at San Jose Library where you can find various information on colleges and careers. Now follow me. I'm going to do an interview. Melody, today I'm going to ask you some questions. The first question is, first tell us your job title and what you do.
Hello, thank you for having me here. My job title is a mental health peer support worker with Behavioral Health Services. I work in a program called Cultural Communities Wellness Program, and we help people get connected to appropriate services. We create our own culturally appropriate events so that we can pass out county information as well as community-based information. And we do a lot of trainings, mental health education trainings. What else do we do? We attend a lot of meetings.
Next question. What skills like training did you need to have when you applied?
Wow. Well, I think it was a culmination of my life experiences. Also, in order to get the job, I had to have experience, life experience within mental health. So that was like a prerequisite. But outside of that, I worked with children for like 20 years, and so I draw a lot on the skills that I learned in becoming a teacher to do the work that I do now.
Can you walk me through a typical day of life being a mental health peer support worker?
I have 3 different programs, and we're all peer support workers, but we all have different functions. So there's the Office of Family Affairs, and they work with and support families of family members of consumers. And then there's the Office of Consumer Affairs, and they work with consumers directly. And then my program, Cultural Communities Wellness Program, we're out in community, and so we represent like 7 different ethnicities, and we cater to those, although we help anybody that comes to us for support. Yesterday, I did an outreach event in the community. So we had a table, and we shared information. People that came to us with some issues or concerns, then we try to support them as best we can and give them resources. Other days, I might be spending 8 hours doing a training. Mental health. I do mental health first aid. I do QPR. I do RAP, and client culture and trauma informed systems. It could be a lot going on.
In a day.
Yeah.
Like a typical day is so typical.
It's not very typical,
Right, I
right?
can see that. For the next question, what's the most rewarding part of your job that keeps you coming back every day?
I'd have to say the most rewarding part for me is facilitation. I didn't know that I liked it so much, but I found that after I got into it, I love it. And I think one of the things that I love most about it is because it's very similar to the rewards that I got as a preschool teacher. I love it when people, when things come together for them, a light comes on in their eyes or something, and when I see that in people that I'm working with, that just feeds my soul. So I love that. But what keeps me coming back is the flexibility of the job, because there's so much going on. I don't have time to get bored. Yeah, so it's like I said, we don't have quote unquote typical days. That's what keeps me coming back.
You're just always doing something. You're a worker.
Yeah.
Um, what made you pursue a career in this field?
It was actually kind of life experience. It wasn't something that came to, that I said, this is what I want to do. I really didn't think that I could do it initially. And I said, I can't do that. And she said, well, don't you talk to your parents and the children, and especially when there's issues, don't you do parent-teacher conferences? I go, yeah. She said, well, it's the same thing. So I was like, oh, okay. I tried it, and it was very close, very similar. So, and like I said, the flexibility of it, so it just kept me there.
what advice would you give to your younger self?
My younger self. It would be along the lines of encouragement. I think I would tell myself, stick with it. Believe in what you have, your own skill set. Everything's gonna be okay. Don't give up.
That's very inspirational. That's a very inspiring thing to tell your younger self. Actually, I have one more request. Would you be willing to do a TikTok move with me?
Sure, I'm open to try anything.
Goes like this. It is what it